Hey there, Pastor Al here on this Wednesday, a week closer to the first advent of Christ. And what a great thing for us to look forward to. Jesus' promise with his birth, of his death and resurrection. And we are kind of sitting in between two advents. The first advent, of course, celebrating Christ's birth as a baby, but his second advent is him coming back as King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And as a believer, I think I'm a little bit more excited about the second advent, the things to come. Why? Because Jesus put a lot of promises there for us as believers. And those promises are yet to be fulfilled. Some of the ones that are famous are, I go to prepare a place for you. I will come again, receive you to myself, that where I am, you may be also. Jesus said, I will never leave you or forsake you, not to the end of the age. And probably one of the more famous, if not the most famous one, from John 3:16, whoever believes in him, the Son of God, shall not perish, but have everlasting life. And it's specifically everlasting life that we're going to talk about today, and the declaration that Jesus makes and the promise he makes to Nicodemus in that third chapter of John. During this conversation, he promises something Nicodemus that Nicodemus could not get on his own. A gift that has to come from God and out of God's love, but certainly by the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. And later on in the book of John, in chapter 6 specifically, John records the conversation Jesus has with the people, talking about his body and his blood being sacrifices for sin, and how it was such a tough one for the people to understand that not only did the crowds not follow him anymore, but a lot of the disciples didn't follow him either. They went away. And in verse 67 of John 6, John records Jesus saying this to the disciples, are you going to go away also? And in verse 68, Peter makes a declaration to Jesus that we really need to hold on to today with our fiber of our being. And that is this: where are we going to go, Lord? Peter said, you have the words of eternal life. You know, I think the focus shouldn't be on the gift of eternal life, even though it's something great for us to look forward to and to hope in. But I think our focus should be upon Jesus Christ. It's his words that bring life. It's his words that bring eternal life and bring about the possibility for eternal life. We will not have eternal life if we do not believe, put our trust in, and let abide in us the words of Jesus. So Jesus becomes eternal life for us. And for Peter to say, you have the words of eternal life, how true a statement that is for us today, that we can look forward to eternal life because Jesus is eternal life. Because he is the one who is the resurrection and the life, as he told Martha as they were talking about Lazarus. So we put our promises in him for the things to come, but all these promises center on the fact of who Jesus is. What's really important for us as believers is to recognize the fact that without Jesus, none of these promises have any value. They are all centered upon Jesus and his worth. So when you think about eternal life and you get excited about the second advent of Christ, the promises yet to be fulfilled, don't let your mind be set on the promises. Let your mind be set on the promise giver, Jesus Christ. May you find that an encouragement today. And as always, have a great day in Jesus.